What is up, Broncos fans? The Denver Broncos Show back here again to do another video. In this video, I'll be recapping day one of the 2012 NFL Draft for the Denver Broncos. It definitely was an uneventful day one for the Broncos as we decided to trade out of the first round not once but twice and did not make a selection in the first round, so that was very surprising to see, but I think we set ourselves up pretty well for day two. And now looking at these two trades that the Broncos made on day one of the 2012 NFL Draft, the first trade we made is we sent pick number 25 to the New England Patriots in exchange for picks number 31 and number 126. Then we came back at pick number 31 and decided to trade that selection and pick number 126, the two selections we got in the trade from New England, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in exchange for picks number 36 and number 101. So these were definitely two very surprising and I think questionable trades, in my opinion, that the Broncos made here on day one of the 2012 NFL Draft. I was on Twitter last night and even on Facebook, and I was reading a bunch of Broncos fans' tweets and Facebook posts, and a lot of Broncos fans were very upset by these trades that the Broncos front office decided to make here in the first round. I was a little upset myself. I was more disappointed than upset because I really thought we were going to select someone at pick number 25, but as John Elway said after the first round of the draft ended, really with the way the draft board fell, the Broncos, a lot of the guys that they wanted to take at number 25 had already been selected. So I definitely understand why the Broncos decided to move back and just decide to trade out of the first round altogether and get an additional fourth round pick. We know Worthy, the defensive tackle out of Michigan State, still there. A lot of people thought the Broncos were going to take him at pick number 25. I saw a lot of mock drafts with us selecting him at number 25. He's still there, and if he falls to 36, that would be a great value pick for the Broncos, and a guy that everyone thought we would get in the first round, we're taking early in the second round. So that would be, as I mentioned, a great value pick for us. Then you got Courtney Upshaw, the linebacker slash defensive end out of Alabama, still available, which I was really shocked by. I thought he definitely would go anywhere from pick 20 to 32. I thought he was for sure going to be a late first round pick, but he wasn't selected, so he's still available. And he may not be a need for us. He may not fit too well into our defense, but he's a great football player, and you can never have too many edge rushers in today's NFL. And if you pair him with Elvis Dumervil and Von Miller, wow, that'd be a hell of a pass rush. And we already have a really strong pass rush with Von and Elvis, and you bring in Upshaw, you're only making a strength even stronger. So I wouldn't mind us taking Courtney Upshaw if he falls to us at pick number 36. I think that'd be a great value pick for us as well. Kobe Fleener, the tight end out of Stanford, another guy that I was hearing his name a lot, that the Broncos would take him at pick number 25. He's still there. Not sure he'll be there when we pick at number 36 in the second round, but if he falls, he'd be a great addition to our offense. He's got great hands. This guy's a vertical threat, and you bring him in, give Peyton Manning another weapon in Fleener. I think Peyton Manning would make Kobe Fleener one of the better tight ends in the league from day one. I think he would really love to have Kobe Fleener, and I think he would be a great fit within our offense. Kendall Reyes, defensive tackle out of UConn, still there. Another guy that a lot of people said we may target at pick number 25 in the first round. Now we could possibly get him in the second round. Another great value pick and fills a need for us. Very talented guy, great athlete for his size, and I'd love to add Kendall Reyes to the Denver Broncos and add him to our team. Stephen Hill, the wide receiver out of Georgia Tech, still there. Another guy that a lot of people had pegged in for us possibly taken in the first round at pick number 25. You can possibly get him in the second round now, and that's another guy who's got immense potential. You pair him up with Demaryius Thomas, Eric Decker, Brandon Stokely, and Andre Caldwell. I mean, wow, your receiving core, which is already good, just got a whole lot better if we bring Stephen Hill into the mix. And this is a guy that's not the most polished guy in the world. He's definitely very raw in terms of him being a good route runner. He's not there yet, but this is a guy that's a vertical threat, is extremely quick, and would give us another great dimension to our offense. Lamar Miller, the running back out of Miami, is still there on the board. I think that's a guy the Broncos could target in the second round. I'm not sure he'll fall to the latter part of the second round or even to where we're selecting right now in the third round, but he's a guy that the Broncos could potentially take, and if you bring him in, you get another running back to eventually replace Willis McGahee, and this season alone, he'll just come in and be able to take some carries away from Willis, take some pressure off Willis, and that will actually help Willis's longevity in terms of him playing a couple more years, and taking some carries away from him and giving his body a little more of a rest this season than obviously last season where he was a workhorse for us. You bring in Lamar Lamar Miller. That would definitely benefit Willis McGahee and our offense in general. That'd be a great two-headed attack with Miller and McGahee at the running back position. And then you look at a guy like Janoris Jenkins, defensive back out of North Alabama. He's still there. He's a guy that a lot of people have as a first-round talent, but he's got a ton of character issues. He was arrested for, I believe, marijuana possession 2 times within 3 months or something like that, or 2 times within 3 weeks. I forget the actual date, but this is a guy that obviously has some character concerns. I believe he's fathered 3 children. It was 4 different women over the span of a year or two. So he's definitely kind of a high-risk, high-reward player. I'm not sure the Broncos would want to bring him into the fold, but he's definitely, you could get him at a great value, possibly in the late part of the 2nd round, or even in the 3rd round. I wouldn't mind bringing Jenkins in. Like I said, guy's definitely got a ton of red flags off the field, but the guy can flat out play, and on the field, as I mentioned, a lot of people had him as a first-round talent. So we'll just have to wait and see what the Broncos do. That's my video for the day, guys. I'll see you after day 2 and talk to you guys after day 2, hopefully, where the Broncos will finally make their first selection of the 2012 NFL Draft. And I think the Broncos can still come out, having a good draft class this year, even though we didn't make a selection in the 1st round, because there's still a lot of great football players available. This is a deep draft class, and I think the Broncos have a chance to make a lot of great value picks going into day 2 tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. So leave me a comment below, guys, with your thoughts on the Broncos trading out of the 1st round, and leave me a comment with who you think the Broncos may target with their 36th and 57th selections in the 2nd round, and even with their 87th pick in the 3rd round, and who you'd like to see the Broncos draft tonight on day 2 of the 2012 NFL Draft. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, go Broncos.